Bay, lead consultant and event designer for Maile Weddings and Events, and today we are at the beautiful Lanikuhonua Estate in Kapolei, Oahu, and we are in what's called Phase 2. Lanikuhonua is broken up into 3 separate phases, event venues if you will. So today I'm actually coordinating a wedding in Phase 2 and we're starting setup, but I'm going to give you a visual tour of how your wedding day can look here as well. Okay, so here is typically the entrance we take to the ceremony area down by the rock wall and the water. So this is typically where the bride would walk down for her processional. And the guests would all be seated at the end over here under the beautiful tree plant. Lanikuhonua is perfect for those brides who want to get married right on the water but don't want to deal with the sand. So usually we set up the ceremony structure right up against the wall here with all the guests in the back. And you can be up as close to the water as you'd like. After the ceremony, once the wedding party has processed, then we take them out off to the side here, and from there we escort the guests to cocktail hour. So there's a beautiful little shrubbery-lined path here, and this is normally where we go. Lanikuhonua is a pretty large venue, so I like to always use as much of it as possible, so you really get to take advantage of its natural beauty and space. So the ceremony's over, we're walking towards cocktail hour. So here you have quite a few options. We can set up some tall cocktail tables near the palm trees. We also have opportunities for some lounge furniture, and if you wanted some lighting, some lanterns or bistro lights in the trees, even something a little more exotic like crystal chandeliers, we've done that before. And there's also a built-in tropical type pavilion here that gets used a lot as well. You could use that for a bar or additional seating for your guests. We also have lots of opportunities for architectural lighting or uplighting, where you could take different colored lighting in your wedding colors and illuminate all the palm trees. So lots of opportunity for some great design here. Hey, once cocktail hour is over, we typically walk down this way to the clearing here, where we usually have the main dining tent set up. And you can do one of two things. If you prefer everything set together, you can have the dance floor under the tent with the dining tables, or if you prefer to use a lot more of the space, I have set dance floors out on the lawn, under the stars, and you can have lighting in the trees. So it's really up to you. We can have food stations outside of the tent or inside the tent if you'd like to do a plated dinner. The bar can be under the tent or out on the lawn as well, in between all of the different areas. I've also done bamboo dining canopies here, which are really pretty. An opportunity for a little more elegant tropical feel, to where you can have different lighting on the canopies, and also for the dance floor, you can have a patterned dance floor gobo, or that's just a fancy word for a light shining down in a different pattern or color or monogram or whatever you'd like to do. Today we're in Phase 1. Phase 1 is a little bit larger and more open than Phase 2. But as you can see, there's quite a bit of opportunity for different setups for your wedding. Most of the time, the reception tents and or canopies or whatever you'd like to set up are kind of in the clearing in between the palm trees. And for ceremony space, you do have a few different options here. Typically, the ceremonies I set up are up on that little slope next to the shrubbery overlooking the ocean. We also have a large covered pavilion off to the left. And that can be used for a ceremony, for a rain backup plan, also for a lounge area or cocktails. Even catering has used that for their prep area. But most of the time we keep the catering prep tent out of the way. Also for a ceremony setup, if you prefer something with a little more shade, we can set up the ceremony area right under that tree canopy over there. Phase 2 is a little more of the intimate of the two phases, of the larger phases. Phase 3 is a lot more smaller with no ocean view. But this is a little more open, not as many tree canopies, just a lot of tall palm trees. But it's beautiful as well. Lots of opportunity for some uplighting on the palm trees and some open air dance floors with lots of lighting under the stars.
Ai makalai au ke kaha o ia kai uala na mali ulili ulili ho'i ulili holo holo kaha kai o ia kai uala na mali ulili holo holo kaha kai o ia kai uala na mali.
So as you can see, this particular venue is one of my favorites. It is pretty much a blank canvas to do whatever your heart desires for your wedding that you envision. Lots of different ways to put your unique mark on your own wedding while giving your guests an amazing wedding experience. So I hope that was helpful for you today, and we look forward to assisting you with your wedding day. Aloha!